Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Dark Souls Remastered. Today, well, there was actually a pretty decent amount of support on the last video. We're almost clocking in at 100 views and 3 likes, which for a small YouTuber, that's pretty nice. So today I thought that we'd carry on from where we left off. We left off after killing the Taurus demon and getting help from a pretty cool player called Sad Boy. Now, let's keep going. First, something I do suggest, you can farm a pretty decent amount of souls around here just by killing these enemies. It might take a while, but yeah. So, today, we are going to be killing the next boss, and also I will show you some other areas where you can get pretty decent gear early on. Now, one area that I do suggest, if you pick the Master Key as your starting gift, you can go to a pretty decent area very early on called the Valley of Drakes, and I shall show you that once I finish off these two enemies. Dropped a spear. Okay. And now, something I also didn't mention last time. Just be careful when you get into this area. There is an enemy that will try to kill you. He's hiding. Something that I did forget to mention is that down here there is a merchant where you can go down here and get fire bombs and very useful items. Now, you can kill this NPC and he will drop a unique weapon called the Uchi Katana, which is basically just a samurai katana, but don't kill him because he's very useful.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for soul.
So you can buy things like throwing knives, fire bombs, prayer powders. It's very useful things early on, and he can also sell you a variety of weapons, which is very good. And right now I only have a shield, so a very weak shield, so I shall buy a new one. And he also sells armor, like chain armor, but I'm not going to waste any money on any armor just yet. Mainly because I'm trying to just be legitimate and grind.
Hey, what?
Now, I shall equip the new shield I got, which is a much better upgrade, as it is a 100% physical damage reduction, meaning that while blocking you won't take any damage. You'll only take damage if they break through your stamina, which is the green bar under your health bar. So right now I'm going to kill these enemies, and after that I'm going to make my way over to Firelink to show you an area that you can go to pretty early on to get some pretty useful items. Well, a useful item. Well, I just realized that I am not really fit for going there. So, I just say we'll continue through the area at a normal pace without, at normal, and yeah. I'm not exactly trying to speedrun the game, I just want to show you tips, but we can get that item later, since it's not necessary early on. Now, if you remember last episode, we kicked down the ladder to enter this bonfire, and we can climb back up, and it'll lead us straight back to where we were before. So here, I suggest you be careful since there is 2 enemies here that can knock you off. So just kill them. Make sure to watch for this enemy. Can try to bait him here and attack him. And there we go. So now in this area, be very careful because there is these enemies and they poison you and deal a crap ton of damage. So you see, they just poison me, which is not good. Now, poison damage takes a lot of health, and I do not have enough Estus flasks. So, we are just going to head back to the bonfire and try this again. Okay, now I'm back. I just finished resting at the bonfire so that I am not poisoned anymore, which is much better. And yeah, so we can try this area again without being poisoned this time. Now I will try to see, do I have anything I could use? Okay, I have firebombs, so if you have firebombs by this point, you can use them here to attack the rats. So instead of poisoning you, you'll deal explosive damage towards them, and you won't get killed by them. That was a close call right there. Now I just want to go back here. Ooh, there is a summon sign. So I'm going to summon a player. Let's just keep going. And there we go. The rats have been killed. Now we're gonna climb up here. Now up here, I just try to be very careful since it is extremely dangerous. I'm going to show you all a shortcut which can bring us straight to the Undead Parish without having to go through that area, which will make you go insane if you're not very, well, good at the game. Alright, we have seen some more armor. So I will meet you all once I get to well, now that we made it back to Firelink Shrine, I shall show you the area that we are going to go to get into the shortcut to get into an area. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down into the ruins of New Londo by following this area down the stairs to the elevator. It'll bring you to New Londo ruins. Once you get to the ruins, what you want to do is you want to closely go where I'm going. You want to take a left down here, and if you drop down here, there is a free 800 souls, which is pretty good. And if you pick the master key as your starting gift, you can head up to here and go up these stairs and open up this door. Opening this up will net you 1,000 souls right there. And for this part, I suggest be very careful and follow what I do. So we're gonna head over to this bridge, and we are going to come across a dragon. Now the thing you want to be careful though is this dragon might look dead, but it is not dead. To wake up the dragon, you pick up those two items in there, but we don't want to. You can pick up this item freely without the dragon waking up, and it's a free 2,000 souls. Now you're gonna head on forward, and you're gonna be careful since there's a couple of drakes down here, hence the name, the Valley of the Drakes. Now you're gonna want to get yourself ready because this could go very wrong or very well. So the first drake, he's gonna immediately use his his electric thing. So you want to dodge it or not. If you die like me, don't worry, it's okay. That'll happen pretty often during this playthrough. We're gonna be back at Firelink, but don't worry, you can just try again and head on down back to the Valley of Drakes. Okay, well now that we are back to the Valley of Drakes, I'm gonna try this again. Now, if you die in this area, that's okay. You're gonna die a lot in this game, so just know that. Don't lose patience, this game requires a lot of patience. So just try heading back and try dodging the attack this time without dying, because that will suck. Go past the dragon. Now make your way back over to where you died. And if you had souls, you can recover your souls right there. Now our goal is to get to the area past the last drake, all the way over there. Now getting to there isn't that hard, it just requires some skill. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to where you died. You're gonna try this again. You're gonna dodge it, go around. Now you're gonna want to be careful since there is another Hydra right here. I mean a Drake. So you're gonna go around up to here into this area, and good job. You made it past the Valley of Drakes. Now we're gonna head on back up here, and you're gonna use the elevator and you're gonna go up into Darkroot Garden. And here there's a bonfire, which you can sit at this bonfire if you feel like it. I do suggest doing that, especially earlier on. So now you're gonna sit over at this bonfire. So now we're gonna be careful once you exit out of this area, since there is a Black Knight waiting for you on the other side. So what it's just doing is just run, get the item. Now be careful, since this Black Knight is pretty powerful. If he kills you, that is okay. That is why we sat at the bonfire. Just respawn. And we're gonna try to kill him again. If you keep dying, that is fine. Now, since we just got a brand new shield, you can go ahead and equip it. It's called the Grass Crest Shield. And one of its great effects is that it boosts stamina recovery, making your life so much easier because your stamina will regenerate much quicker than it used to, which is very useful. And there we go, we got him. Now, if you've done that, good job. You're free to walk around this area without him ever hassling you. The great thing about this is that once you kill Black Knights, they cannot respawn since they are a single enemy, so they will not harass you from now on. So, good job. So now, to keep going up, you're going to follow up with this area. Now, if you want to get a set of armor, you can drop down here and get the full set of leather armor with the longbow. And the set is actually pretty good. Much better than what I have right now, so you can go ahead and equip that if you want to. Very useful, especially if you're playing deprived when you don't get any armor. So now we're going to keep going. And instead of going to where we drop down the leather armor, you're going to go up, and then you're going to take a left. Now, when you see one of these bugs, kill them because they drop Twinkling Titanite, which is useful later game when you have weapons that can only be upgraded by that specific item. So kill it, and he'll drop some Titanite and things, which are very useful. Okay, so next, what you're gonna want to do is you just want to go up to this area, and just being careful since there is some pretty dangerous enemies. There are trees, and if they catch you, they will kind of end up lowering your health, and then they'll hit you, and you'll get one shot and die. Which you don't want to die because, well, we're trying to make it to Undead Parish. So if you see the tree, just block and wait for it to come to you. Yeah, see, there's the tree. Now, using fire bombs works pretty good, and they drop purple moss clumps. Well, they drop things called moss, and it's useful because some of them, well, they stop bleeding damage, toxicity, or poison, which is very useful. Now, for this area, you do not want to fight him. You just want to run past him since we are not strong enough to actually kill him. So we're just gonna go run around, and you're gonna head up these stairs, and there you go. You've made it to the Undead Parish without actually going through the area that the game tells you to. Now there's a bonfire here, so let's rest at it. And at this bonfire, you are safe, so yeah. Well, good job on making this bonfire. Now, we're going to use up one humanity. Well, actually, both of our humanity. And what you're going to want to do here is we're going to reverse hollowing and become a human. And kindle this bonfire so we end up getting 10 Estus flasks instead of 5. Kindling increases the amount of Estus flasks that you're able to use permanently at this bonfire. So, if you kindle all the way to the max at bonfire, you'll end up getting 20 Estus flasks, which is very useful, especially early on. And yeah, but to get that, it gets pretty complicated. Now, I'm going to equip fire bombs since there's a pretty tough enemy early on in this area. Now I'm going to use some souls so I can purchase some weapons down at the blacksmith. The blacksmith sells weapons. You can upgrade your weapons, you can repair your equipment. He's very, very useful. So, with 5,000 souls, I'm going to head down to the blacksmith. And, yeah.
You must be in.
So, yeah, you can modify, reinforce. It's pretty useful. So, yeah. Now, what I want to do is purchase an item. Let me see, what does he have? Broadsword, bastard sword. Now, I'm going to upgrade my battle axe because I like using it. It's actually pretty good. Also, he sells Titanite shards, which are, it's pretty good actually. So you can use those to upgrade your weapons. I'm gonna make a +3 battle axe so it deals more damage. And yeah, let's head on over to the boss now. I'm gonna keep showing you because there is a tough enemy which can kill you if you're not careful with your attacks. So what you're gonna want to do is head out through here, and this will bring you towards the Undead Church. Now the next boss is gonna be there. So what I suggest doing is be careful around these enemies since they're actually pretty powerful. Now, somebody is offering help to us, so if you really want to, you can summon a player, because it is pretty useful. Now, it might not be in all of, you might not get a summon in your world. If not, that's okay. It's just having help from a player is pretty useful, which is why I actually want to summon this guy, because I need help with this. Just wait for him to be summoned, and there he is. So now let's get to help us, and let's go and kill the boss. This was the tough enemy I was talking about. He messes you up like a lot. Now, if you go up here, there's an NPC called Knight Lautrec. This guy really sucks because he ends up killing the Firekeeper, which is very useful. That's the Firekeeper Firelink Shrine. If you free him, he will kill her after ringing the Bells of Awakening, and he is a big douchebag. So, because it's very hard to kill him one-on-one right here, what you can do is talk to him there at Firelink. He'll give you a item, and once he's dead, and well, once you get there, you can kick him off a ledge to just kill him, and he drops a ring called the Ring of Favor and Protection, which is a very useful item because it increases your stamina, equip load, health, everything really. But the only downside is if you try to take it off, the ring breaks and you lose it forever. Alright, the thing though about this enemy is very, very powerful. Alright, first gargoyle is dead. Now for the second one, you want to be careful because once the second gargoyle gets summoned, he breathes fire. And there we go. Good job on killing the Bell Gargoyles. once you kill this boss, you'll keep going on and you'll be able to finally ring the first Bell of Awakening, which, if you remember in the first episode, the knight in the Undead Asylum said that you have to ring the Bell of Awakening to continue on our journey, which, after completing this boss fight, will be available and you'll be able to ring the Bell of Awakening, which is very nice. And here we go, we made it. Well, first Bell of Awakening has been run. Now, since I did it, I'm going to use a homeward bone so I can leave this area. Well, now that we've made it to our bonfire, we can just head on up and back to where we came. And, yeah, so we're going to head up back to the Undead Church. And there is a little shortcut area that you can take that'll bring you back to Firelink Shrine from the Undead Parish. And believe me, it is great. Right? Now you just go to this elevator and it brings you back to Firelink, which is really, really useful. Instead of having to make the trek all the way back and forth all the time, this helps a crap ton. Now if you hit the gargoyle's tail, it drops a weapon called the Gargoyle Tail Axe, which when swung in two-handed, it curves like a tail and deals a lot of damage. So yeah, now that we're finally back in Firelink and we're in a safe area, we're happy, and yeah. We'll rest at the bonfire, recuperate, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. Good job on ringing the first Bell of Awakening. If you follow this somewhat, I guess it's a guide. Not really, but just if you watch my video, thank you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. Maybe even share this with your friends and family. I am a small YouTuber and I'm trying to get much more popular. So if any of you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.